Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am live videoing now. If you're watching this now, thank you. If you're going to watch this later, thank you. If you're watching this and you are a family member of this person, a close friend, a cousin, and the woman who's currently seeing him now, who has been seeing him, I'm not apologizing for anything that I'm saying. Y'all know it's true. And you can delete me whenever you see fit, because most likely I don't care. But I will speak my truth. I will speak my truth to inspire others who are suffering from physical or emotional abuse, or any abuse to any level, to save yourself, to save others, to be educated and to be aware and know the signs, and don't ignore what you're feeling. That gut feeling that you are born with is there for a reason. Use it. And I know it's hard when it comes to love and you wanting to be with that person, this person, and you are sharing things, planning things, doing things. There's family involved, there's kids involved, but you have to rip yourself apart from toxic, unrealistic relationships before it destroys you and your family. So I have some notes, and I do want to say I've seen every comment. Thank you for everyone and their support in trying to uplift me and my daughter and my family actually during this whole chaotic mess. I'm just at a loss. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is not easy for me to do this. And I know some of you guys, well, why is she even, talking about it on live or whatever? Because I am not one of those people who would sit there and continue to hide the reality of what happens in our lives. I do understand some things are private. I get that. However, if we don't start speaking out against this type of behavior, us as women, Black women, women of color, women, mothers, sisters, daughters, and the list goes on, this vicious cycle will never end. Look at the suicide rates. Look at the women who have not recovered from this steel because they don't have a adequate support system, or they're not speaking out. I am not going to fall into that trap. I'm going to break this chain. So if you don't like what I have to say, keep your comments to yourself. Go talk about it with your friends, your boyfriend, your mother, your sister, and delete your ass off my page. Okay? Because I'm not about to hold back. Okay? So, trying to figure out, where do I start? Now, y'all know me. I do not go looking for men. I try to be very careful. It's because I do have children. I make myself very clear when men approach me of who I am, what I am, and what I will and will not deal with. Very upfront and very direct and very clear. So there's never been no miscommunication with this man. He doesn't even get to, I am not even going to say his name. Y'all know who he is. He doesn't get that. And I know that either him or them or they or all others making fake profiles, looking at my page, seeing when I'm posting, I know you doing it. Homegirl and a half that's laying up with the Negro right now, good luck. You would never be me. You can't be me. You're trying to be me, but you're not. Okay? Enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. And then when you get off that ride, you know the counseling's number. You know? Because you're going to need it. So, what is narcissistic abuse? I have some notes. I have a lot of notes. I mean, I'm going to be a little all over the place. This is really hard for me, but I have to break this vicious cycle, and I have to stand in my truth, and I am on my healing journey. It's going to be a journey. Yes, I know. I understand. Narcissistic abuse, narcissistic personality disorder is something that people develop from their childhood. Something within the family. Something happened. Something's going on. It's happening. It happened. This shit is deep. But when a narcissist is trying to attract you and gain control over you, mind control, brainwashing, having you doubting yourself, there's things like love bombing. When I first met this man, I had already been working with him in the community. I didn't really say too much to him because, you know what, I don't deal with drummers. You know, no shade against drummers. You guys are very talented. I love what you do. I love to work with y'all, but I wasn't trying to deal with no drummers. Like, no. I come in a rehearsal, y'all know what organization I was dancing with. You know? I come and do my business, teach class, help the artistic director or whatever he needed to be a support system, perform, boom. Come to rehearsal, I'm out. We got a show, okay, this is the costume we're, okay, I'm out. You know, I didn't do too many like hangouts after a show unless there was a significant reason. Oh, it's somebody's birthday. Oh, it's, you know, oh, okay, it's the holidays. Oh, we have a meeting, okay. You know? But over time, you know, this man approached me. And after working with him and observing his demeanor, seeing how he was with his child in rehearsal, and I was like, okay, he seems like a nice person. Very humble, grounded, solid person, I thought. We went back and forth about conversating, and he did mention about having, being involved, what do you call it, polygamy, more than one partner at the same time. I told him right off, I said, oh, I don't do that. I said, you do that? I don't do that. I don't do that. If that works for you, okay, well, good luck to you. You know, kudos to you. Hope it works out. But me, if you want to rock with me, you want to let that go, bruh. Straight up. I was very stern. I didn't laugh at it. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. No, it was like, no, I don't do that. See you later. See you in rehearsal. Okay? So, he knew this. And some time went by. I'm not going to get in too deep with that. Time went by. We reconnected. You know? And again, I made myself very clear. This is what I'm looking for. If you're not about this, I can't rock with you. You can't rock with me. Boom. But we can still work together. You know, beat that drum. Got a rehearsal. All right, when the rhythm change, you're going to drop it like that. And I'm going to drop it like this. You know, but no, he wanted to keep trying to pursue me. And I said, okay, you know, you're smart, you're educated, you know, it looks like you come from a good foundation. All right, let's see this. Let's see how this goes. As time went on, you know, I felt like it was safe for him to be around my daughter. You know, she already knew him. He saw me when I was pregnant. He saw what I went through with her dad. He saw me when I was going through that illness where I dropped so much weight and was struggling with my health, you guys. Y'all know what's up. And he was there through that part of me struggling with my health. You know, he would come over. He would always never come empty-handed. He would bring, like, even if it was coffee, tea, whatever, he would do that. And we would have really, like, in-depth conversations, you know, about all types of things. You know, so as time went on and we got a little bit more serious, we both had our guard up because we just dealt with so many things in relationships. We both had our guard up. So that act of expressing, oh, I love you, was a bit of a struggle, but we got through that and surrendered to that. At least I thought. And as time went on and we got serious and, you know, we're now in the home together, you know, Naila's getting, you know, in love with him and looking up to him, and he's a father figure, and I'm getting to know his children more, and they're beautiful, they're smart, they're magnificent, they're going to be doing wonderful things. This is what makes it hard, because there's children involved. I made it very clear. I cannot take you seriously unless you're thinking about marriage, because that's where I'm at. I'm done with the whole, like, I'm just dating and we about this. No. I'm setting an example for these girls I got. Even my oldest daughter. This playing around and hopping from one person to the next, that's not what I'm about. And everybody know that about me. I'm not with the shit. Don't let this hat wrap fool you. Don't let the African print fool you. I'm very much Oakland. I'm not with the shit. So now I'm in the process of furthering my education. I told him, I said, I'm transferring to San Francisco State. The reason why I'm choosing San Francisco State is because, and mind you, I hope y'all got time. This is going to be a long one, long alive. The reason why I'm transferring to San Francisco State is because they had a great study abroad program, at least I thought. And this is my goal, relationship or not. Once I had it in my brain and I put it in the universe that that's what I wanted to do, I sat him down and talked to him. I said, I'm going to go apply and work on my education on another country. I'm thinking about South Africa. That's what I said initially. I went to the meeting and realized that South Africa was not where my heart was taking me. It was taking me back to Ghana. So I think I'm going to go to Ghana, but if I go to Ghana, I got to go for a longer term, a year. Let me know what's up. We talked about this. And since he comes from a foundation where couples, married couples, if they need to travel for lengths of time, if they need to go places, they know what this is. They do it. We talk about this. I said, our relationship, is it going to be strong enough to sustain this time apart? What are we going to do? Are we going to see other people? Are we going to do this? Are we going to? And then we decided that we're not going to see other people while I'm in the motherland. He was very supportive of my journey. There was times where I wanted to quit when the whole process of trying to get the money together, all the applications, waiting for scholarships. And I said, I can't do this. It's so much stress. I'm just going to drop my application. He said, no, you're not. You are going to put this down payment down. You're going to do this. I support you. This is what he said. I'm going to be here for you. We're going to get through this. This is what he said. And if he's watching this or having somebody or logging into somebody else's account watching this, this is what was said. Stop fucking lying. And a narcissist, they like shit like this, but I don't give a fuck. This is not for him. This is for everybody to learn and to understand what abuse is. And what I went through, and learn so this don't keep happening to you and the people that are around you and the people that love you and the people you love. And so I went to Ghana. We kept in communication. We would talk every other day, if not every day. Now, here's the kicker. I'm in Ghana, so I'm distracted and I'm trying to detach from what's going on here in the U.S. So if there were any red flags, I might have saw him, be like, I can't deal with that right now. I'm in Ghana. I'm in a whole nother continent, 8 hours ahead. I don't know. When I would talk to him on WhatsApp, now, if you're on another continent and you in love with someone, you're in a relationship, and we're trying to build, and you ask him, let's do some FaceTime. He rarely wanted to do FaceTime because he said it drained his battery too bad. And I know this is one thing that I believed him on that because, he would lose a phone all the time and he would buy these cheap ass phones. So I was like, yeah, he be buying these cheap ass phones because he don't want to pay for no iPhone, whatever. I get that. And I don't have an expensive phone. I'm not buying into the whole $1,000 you stress out over a bill, So, okay. So, but when he could do FaceTime, he would. But we would mostly talk on the phone. So it was him here in my home while I'm in Ghana and my oldest daughter. And my daughter started complaining, started showing concern for his behavior. And she was like, Mom, I don't know what to say, but he's never here. I said, well, what are you talking about? Well, he's never here. He comes in 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, well, Nia, I'm in Ghana. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to get out his party mode. This is before pandemic. Maybe he's just trying to get out his party mode. I don't know. You know? I can't deal with that right now. I could talk to him about it, but what am I going to do? I'm in Ghana, you know? And so there had to be a little bit of a dispute over who was cleaning what in the house. And she called me again. And she was like, Mom, like, he busted in my room, yelling at the top of his lungs, screaming at the top of his lungs. I was like, what? I was like, well, Nia, I said, y'all gonna have to figure that out. I really felt helpless because I just could not, over the phone, there was nothing I could do. I'm a person, like, if there's an issue, we're gonna have to sit down in person. I'm here, you have feeling my energy, I'm feeling yours. I can tell what's the truth and what's a lie by sitting in front of somebody, looking them in their face. I can do that. I'm very sensitive like that. And I've accepted that shit about myself. So a lot of things that I see, I may not say, but I can say, oh, that person fucking lying, or this or that, you know? So I'm in Ghana, and he was supposed to come to Ghana in December. Mind you, I kept pressing him before I even left to get his paperwork done so he can get his passport. I mean, his passport, his visa, all that other stuff. And he procrastinated. He's a severe procrastinator. Severe. To the point where it almost caused him a heart attack not meeting deadlines. But it's his fault. So after so long, after waiting, my grandmother's died, and I had to fly back to the U.S. I had to fly back to the U.S. in November, and I guess he wanted to propose to me in front of my family because all my family was at the funeral, but it wasn't the right time. It's a funeral. So he did it in the privacy of my room, but what was odd about it, which I just thought that's just his nature, is that he did it, but my oldest daughter's in the house, and my Naila's in the house, and he didn't include them. I thought that was a little odd, but right now I'm jet lagged. I just lost my grandmother. My house was being robbed in Ghana. There's distractions. I can't tune in the way that I normally would if things were balanced in the way that I can deal with things. I'm a Libra. You know? But I was happy. This was showing me he's, after everything that he's told me he's been through with past relationships, his childhood trauma, everything he was struggling with, okay, he's ready to commit, man up, and step up to the plate because he knows I can't take him seriously. I can't take him seriously. I wasn't pressuring him to marry me. We were always talking about marriage. He will bring it up. You know? So I went back to Ghana, and then time went on. The pandemic happened. He was very supportive. He wrote letters to the mayor. He was trying to get me and Naila home. I get all that. When I got back, you know, I just noticed, like, I was looking at some pictures. You know, you go through your photo album, you go through pictures or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, look at these pictures. So, you know, these are like hella old. Like, look at me. I look so young. And he blew up at me. Started screaming at me. I'm not having a good morning right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He just woke up. And I'm like, what? I'm just not having a good day right now. I mean, he's at here. There was nothing happening to get him here, but he went from here to here within seconds. So now I'm frustrated. I was like, you need to not be talking to me like that. I said, if you got a problem or you stressed, you need to woo-side out. But I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what you got going on. You ain't told me nothing. He steps outside, he comes back in, he apologizes. Now I'm just like thrown off. My mood is fucked. And these type of cycles of these outbursts kept happening. It happened while we was in New York. We were out there in August. And again, I'm gonna be all over the place, so I'm sorry but not sorry. This is a lot. And it was his birthday. And we're always, you know, when somebody's birthday, my birthday, whatever, you say, oh, it's such and such birthday, it's such and such birthday. And I'm naming the things. It's like, oh, it's my aunt's birthday. Oh, it's my friend's birthday. Oh, and it's my friend Ralph's birthday. You know, he's met Ralph. He knows Ralph. You know? And the fact that I mentioned that it was all these people's birthday, and the other person that I mentioned was a male, he blew up at me in the car. Why are you mentioning other people's birthday? It's my birthday. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. Why you mentioned another dude's birthday? Well, this is Ralph. You know Ralph. Ralph been taking pictures of me at Laney College, helping me promote my choreography. If it wasn't for him, I would not be visible on a lot of stuff. You know? So he's blowing up at me like, you mentioned other people's birthday and it's my birthday. And it was so toxic and dramatic. Naila was crying in the backseat of the car because he was driving while this argument has happened. And I said, you know what? This is not healthy. Me and Naila gonna get on a plane and go the fuck home. Right now. Don't worry about getting me a ticket. I get my own ticket. But we resolved that problem and continued. I stay in New York. There's been issues where I went with him to meet one of his good friends for breakfast. And he's married. His friend of his is married to someone who did one of Tyler Perry's movies. She played the role where she was getting beat by her husband and she was trying to get married and she had her sister and then the mama didn't like the sister and the mama and the sister I forgot the name of that movie. So I'm sitting there talking to her, you know, because I don't care who you are. If you're famous or whatever, you know, I'm going to talk to you like you regular. Because you know what? You doing what you do. That's great. But I got something to offer too. And I'm going to have to share this story with her about my experience in Ghana, how I got sick and healed myself. So we're talking about it because he's the one that said, yeah, you know, Halima's been in Ghana. She's back. You know, the pandemic kind of brought her back and it was a lot, you know. So I'm talking about my journey in Ghana. And she's interested. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, I've heard some things. She's like, but I believe her. So I noticed in that conversation, me talking to her, he interrupted me, like sideline, like wanted to change the topic. And I just like, that was weird, but whatever. Got in the car. He's telling me like, oh, you just took over the conversation. These are my friends. I'm like, I didn't know I was taking over the conversation. She was asking me questions and I was answering her and sharing with her my journey and my story and how I healed myself because she was interested in what I had to say. But you definitely, whatever you wanted to say, you could have said it. We all adults and having a conversation. You know? And so he was mad about that. You know? There's so much. There's so much. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, accusing me of cheating on him. Accusing me of cheating on him. All the time. All the time. Now, he didn't accuse me of cheating on him while I was in Ghana. I could have saw a little insecurity because we're not there. We're gone, you know. But all the time, he would think that I got neighbors. If he saw one of the neighbors' friends coming out the house, they have to pass my door and come down my stairs to go to the driveway or whatever. He would think that male was coming from my house. And so I'm sitting in the house doing whatever. And he come in like, who was that came out the house? I'm like, no one came out the house. I saw somebody come out the house. I said, oh, you saw the neighbors. He had company and they just left. You know, he be having hella people come over or whatever. No, you had somebody come out the house. I'm like, I did not. I said, you are tripping. Stop smoking so much weed. Tripping out. So I'm not cheating on you. What are you talking about? I got accused of cheating on him when I got called to see a classmate who was dying from freaking cancer. Freaking cancer. I went to go see her. She was in stage 4. We didn't know what was going on. A friend of mine from high school, he called me over there to talk to her, to give her information on how I healed myself when I was sick. It was a very traumatic thing because I'm talking to this woman about healing herself and I know this is not going to help her. So I get home and I get accused of cheating because my friend, he's upset. I'm upset. Of course, he gives me a hug like, thank you, Halima, for coming over. Talk to her. You know, this is just really, really sad, whatever. But I get accused of cheating because he's tall. And since he gave me a hug, he has cologne on. Now I got cologne on me. Well, you've been cheating. What are you doing? I said, I have not cheated on you. I said, I told you where I was at. He did give me a hug. I did. Yeah, he did. And he did have cologne on. Yes. But my friend is dying from cancer. She's going to die from cancer. And he couldn't see past what I was saying. And then she eventually died from cancer. And he kept accusing me of cheating on him that day. I said, do you not understand? My friend just died from cancer. What is going on? So in between that, there's like ups and downs of his behavior. I will come to him with a concern, and he will flip it back on me so quick. Like he was and I told him, you're the master flipper. And this is before I had any insight that I was being abused emotionally. He loved to spend, it's one thing for couples, yes, the time apart is fine, but he will be away from the house 12 to 13 hours a day. Don't call. I will have to call him. And most of the time, by the time I call him, it's about to hit midnight. And he doesn't want me to ask him where he's at. He doesn't want me checking in on him. He said he shouldn't have to check in. Why do you need to know where I'm at? All these things. And this was a constant issue. He'd be gone. Find any excuse to leave the house. Be gone. Don't ask him where you're at. You know? And yet, we're trying to plan a marriage. We're trying to plan a wedding. You know? And I'm sorry, I'm pausing because I'm looking at my notes. Things like, why do you feel the need to know everything? He constantly talked about how his girlfriends, ex-relationships, he constantly would say they were insecure, crazy, abusive, and they cheated. These are 4 patterns. Insecure, controlling, abusive, and they cheated. All of them did this. All of them. Not one woman in his life has done him right, according to him. And then the last one, I met her. Briefly in the past, I've met her. And he had to get a restrainer on her because she got violent. So when I say she got violent, also think about reactive abuse and what that is. Okay? If you don't know what it is. And I started thinking really hard. I'm studying anthropology. As anthropologists, we dig deep. We're constantly thinking about what's at the surface of what is being said and what's written. Constantly. And yes, we study this. This is an academic style of study. It pours into your lifestyle accidentally. You get acclimated to thinking your profession in your for real life. So I started thinking about, it's like, okay, she insecure, cheated, controlling. Insecure, cheated, controlling, abusive. So what stuck with me is the abuse. All these women, some form of abuse. And so I started asking him, I said, well, okay, she did this. Violence, I don't condone violence. I don't condone any type of abuse of whatsoever, physical abuse, emotional abuse, any type of abuse. I don't condone it. So I wanted to make that very clear to him. I said, but can you please tell me what triggered her to do that? What caused these arguments? And one time he said, well, we were arguing over religion. And then the other relationship, she also did this to you? Yeah. And can you please tell me what caused that? Well, she was cheating on me. I said, and you never did anything to anybody in any of your relationships whatsoever. And so as we're getting deeper into planning this marriage, planning the wedding, in my gut, all these questions, it's like, it's not me. Like, they're coming up. Like, it's like, it's pushing me to ask all these questions. And then I started I have this puzzle here. These women, they did all these things. And Saad is over here. I said his name, sorry. He's the common denominator. But y'all already knew who I was talking about. And I said, well, as I'm thinking, I tell him, I said, I really support your, your healing process, but I don't think you're healed. I don't think that, I said, I don't think that these women are who you say they are. There might have been some things, yes, but I think you're mislabeling them. I think that considering the experience I had with you in this house and your outbursts and the way you jump up is very violent, very violent energy. And where I come from and what I know, how the mindset of someone who may have dealt with abuse from other people, a parent, a relative, another relationship, as a woman, the way that he would jump up when he would get angry, if I didn't have my head on straight, if I didn't pray, if I did not know my gray area and embrace what I was feeling quickly, the way he would jump up, I would deck him in his mouth too. Because I don't know. And I told him this. This is not anything I haven't told him. I said right there, this is why they probably did what they did. Because they didn't know if you were going to strike at them first. You gotta stop doing that. This is not healthy. Stop labeling these black women. Stop mislabeling these black women. I understand you're hurt, but you are going to have to heal from that and focus on what's in front of you, which is me and this marriage and this union and our families coming together. He couldn't do it. He couldn't see me because he saw all of them first. He could not see Halima. He can't see Halima loving him, trying to support him, trying to build a family. We talked about having more kids. He could not see any of that. I felt like I was living with all those women spiritually. And in the middle of planning this wedding, I'm a planner. I'm very structured. And he took the responsibility of finding the venue, because my venue was going to be, before the pandemic, was going to be the Oakland Museum. We was going to get married there. I said, that's where we're going to go. We're going to do the Oakland Museum. Boom. He was like, no. My people got a church. Boom, boom, boom. I said, okay, cool. I've been to that church. It seemed cool. I said, but we're going to have to go in the church and meet with people and look at the space and see how many tables we have. You know how I go. And he was like, well, you've been in the church. I said, yeah, but I've been in Ghana. We in the middle of a pandemic. I'm doing distance learning for myself and my child. I don't remember what the hell is in there. No, we got to go in there. So he procrastinate. And I told him, I said, look, if time goes by, and I'm going to be real pissed if it's 2021 and we still have not had a location. I said, it's more vital now because we're in the middle of a pandemic to find something. And so procrastinate. And then the church became unavailable. And then, okay, so we need to find somewhere else. I'm real patient like that. I'm irritated, but I'm patient. So, again, procrastinate. Nothing's happening. But yet, you got bridesmaid attire being made. They coming through, getting fitted for their shit. I got 2 dresses. One from Ghana. One that I picked up in LA. I got his ring. So he won't say that I'm lying. Like there was never going to be a marriage or whatever. Here's his ring right here. Here's his ring right here. Here's my 2 rings. Here's my 2 rings. It was happening. It was supposed to happen. But it's not happening. It's not. We were having meetings with the maid of honor about how the structure of the wedding. I was having phone Zoom calls with my friend who was about to help me with the decorations. The cake lady, looking at cakes and all these things, trying to figure it out. Yeah. Getting his daughter measured in LA for her bridesmaid attire. All these things was happening. And in the middle of that, in October, mid-October, I find out that I'm pregnant. Okay. Pregnant. That's fine. But we still have these things that are happening. So I wind up having a miscarriage. Okay. He didn't really show no emotion of that. And I didn't think too much of that because he's a man, and sometimes I think men just don't connect that way, whatever. I was like, okay, well, take a deep breath, breathe it out. That happened. That was bad. And then, in the midst of that, my aunt's sick. She's dying from cancer. There's a whole bunch of family things going on. So if all these red flags of him being gone away from the house, him going to the store, saying he going to the store down the street, being gone for 2 hours, he would be in his car. He would park his car. I wish I would took my phone outside, but that's a lot for me to do right now. He didn't park his car in the front. He would park his car around the corner. He would be in his car every single night for like an hour, hour and a half. I would go to bed by myself at least 90% of the time. I have it recorded on my phone of how many times I went to bed by myself. It was so many times I got tired of recording. This is not normal. But all these things are happening around me. No one knows but the people that are really, really close to me. And we didn't to New York, to LA, to Oregon. All these things are happening. We spent money. We just spent like $200 on our pictures for the wedding invitations. Y'all saw that. He's a part of the community. He's talking about, he's a revolutionary. His family is part of the Black Panther Party. He don't condone violence against women. Let's protect black women. Let's do this. Let's do that. Y'all know what's up. Y'all seen him. Y'all know. But yet I'm going through all this shit, and I started questioning him like I was a lawyer, because shit was not matching up. Shit was not matching up. His actions and his words were like night and day. So as he kept seeing me ask questions and telling him like, no, don't label women, don't do black women like that, bruh. You need to check that, He's like, oh yeah, I forget you're for the women. Yes, I am, and you knew that when you saw me, that I'm not with the shit. And, he's telling Naila how much he loves her. She's now my daughter. He's referring to me as I'm his wife, to his co-workers, all these things. And yet we're going through all these challenges, and I'm trying to understand it. I'm thinking it's me now, because I'm being told it's me. I'm insecure. I'm controlling. I'm cheating. And when I told him and I sent him literature on what emotional abuse was, because I didn't think it was a narcissistic thing, I just thought it was emotional abuse, but it's all the same. I sent him literature on it, because maybe he don't know he's doing it. Maybe he don't know. So I'm going to help him point out these things that he needs to change. I sent it to his cell phone. He didn't respond. Came to the house. He didn't talk about it. All these things. But I'm in the middle of the semester, trying to maneuver through the house, trying to educate my daughter, trying to make sure she's on Zoom, trying to make sure I'm on Zoom, trying to get these papers in. I'm distracted where I cannot figure it out fast enough. But I'm knowing there's something going on. And he's swearing up and down, I'm not cheating on you. And I've never asked him. I never asked him, was he cheating on me? I never asked him, was he cheating on me? Until recently. And the camel, what's the term? Something that broke the camel's back, where the shit hit the fan. I'm gonna say that. When the shit hit the fan, where I just said, fuck it. The wedding's off. We're off. Don't come back. We went to Oregon recently to see his son. Haven't seen his son in a minute. He just had a birthday, just turned 13. I said, oh my God, I would love to see her. I haven't seen him so long. I seen his daughter recently. She's in college. She's doing well. And I said, oh yeah, we coming. No. And I was really proud of him at that time, because he was stepping himself out of his comfort zone to go to Oregon to spend time with his son and to spend a night in his ex. Well, I don't think they were married, but in the mom's home. We were in the mom's home, and that was a big stretch, because I know that's not something he wanted to do, but he wanted to see his son. So I was there as a support system to him. And I said, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I know this was a lot, but anything we need to do to make sure you keep your bond with your son. This is really awesome. Like, wow, you're growing. So, yeah. And he would constantly, like, he wanted to talk about our past relationships. I'm like, I have done so much healing to heal from Naila's dad. Like, it's ridiculous. And so I would tell him, I say, look, I don't think it's healthy for us to keep talking about our past relationships. Let's stop. I got enough information. You got to find a way to heal. I've done my work. I said, I don't even want to think about him unless you bring him up. Because he kept telling me, like, I'm not him and I'm not him. I'm like, well, I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, you talking about him? I'm like, no, I know you ain't him. He would be in my bathroom. I have 2 bathrooms. He would be in the main bathroom for hella long. To always take his phone in the bathroom. I never actually see his phone. I never went through his phone. That's not what I'm about, because I'm real spiritual. Whatever he's doing is coming out. It's gonna come out. So I'm gonna just wait and let God and the ancestors or whatever tell me what it is. I don't need to go through his phone. And so we get back from Oregon. The New Year's approaching. We celebrate the New Year. He didn't want to take a picture with me and Naila when the clock struck 12. But understand, when the clock struck 12, God and my protectors said he got to go. The shit's about to hit the fan. He got to go. It was like, poof. Real quick. So, New Year's Day, he said he wanted to go see his friends and hang out with his friends. I said, oh yeah, that's all fine and good. I said, but this is what we need to work on, because we're a team now. If we could tag team each other, if it's something you want to do, okay, so you're going to be back at what time? Okay, because then I might want to go and be at the lake or go to the beach and do some me time or whatever, or we can schedule to do some time with each other as a family. It is a new year. I think we should just work on that a little bit more, because again, we're still having this problem with him not wanting to tell me where he's at, him being gone for 12 plus hours a day, whatever. But I'm still trying to work with him. He said, okay, yeah, I think that, Okay, so he leaves at 3. I call him at 12 midnight. I hadn't heard from him all day. I said, what's up? Where you at? He was like, oh, well, I just went to such and such house, and then went to such and such house, and now I still need some time to myself. I said, so you've been gone since 3 p.m., and you went to all these people's houses. Mind you, we in a pandemic. We in the middle of a pandemic. But you going to all these people's house, and then you still need more time to yourself? So then again, he didn't get in the house until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm pissed. I said, this is unacceptable. This is not healthy. You cannot keep doing it. Well, why? I said, you cannot, you're in a relationship. If you're single, you can do what the hell you want to do. No one's going to question you. I said, but if you're in a relationship, and your relationship to be married, this is not acceptable. Then he begins to tell me that he doesn't believe in marriage. He only asked to marry me because he knew that's what I wanted. He told me I wasn't soft enough, that I was too strong, and to the point where he was saying that, well, even look how you're sitting. Look at your stance. And I was so confused. I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I said, I have on a dress. You want me to sit like a dude? I said, Saad, I don't understand. What's going on? But yet, in the same breath, when I'm talking about him being gone from the house and the safety thing, having a man in the house, and, somebody might be watching me. It's like, okay, we know he's going to be gone. We know every time at night he's going to be around the corner. We're going to bust in the house because there's only women in the house. I mean, my son is here, but he's staying in his room. I said, it's a safety thing. And then I said, your safety as a black man riding your car at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you're just using it as a crutch. You don't really care. I said, I do care. And he was like, well, you're strong. You got it. So now I'm not soft enough. But then for his convenience, I'm strong enough to be in the house by myself. And so if something go down, I'm strong enough to handle it myself because he's not going to be here. Then, as I start organizing the house, my background here, you see a whole bunch of costume stuff or whatever. It was a complete mess. It's a lot better now. But one thing about a narcissistic person, They do not like structure. Take note of that. 70. They like chaos, destruction, toxicity, drama. As soon as I organize this area here, he used to sit right here and do his work. He stopped working in here. Then he started telling me, like, you're just so, you just have to have everything your way, so perfect, so this, so that, so that. Like it was something wrong with me for wanting to organize my house. I'm the woman of the house. The fuck? We about to be in this house for God knows how long. Can't really go nowhere. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm going to try to make this house as comfortable as I possibly can while I have this time when the semester is winding down. So, back to him being gone for 12 hours. I tell him it's unacceptable. We wake up the next morning. I have a photo shoot. I go do the photo shoot. I share with a couple of friends how irritated I am. I say, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. He getting ready to be married. Boom, boom, boom. I go back to the house after my photo shoot. And he still had the rental car. I drove the rental car to the photo shoot and drove it back to the house. And he wanted to go to Target. Take Naila to Target to get her last Kwanzaa gift, which my child don't do nothing else. That girl's so spoiled. It's ridiculous. I said, last Kwanzaa gift, huh? I was like, okay, I guess I'll roll with y'all. As tired as I was and as irritated as I was with him. And I remember walking into Target and he mentioned, he said, I was diagnosed with PTSD. And I didn't look that deep into what he said because I was like, well, we all got PTSD. I got PTSD from Ghana. That's how I took it. I said, the whole world got PTSD. And if I look back on what he was saying and the things he had said to me in the past, I wish I would have listened deeper. That's one thing I fucked up on. I wish I would have listened deeper. Because if anything he was trying to tell me about who he truly was, I missed it. Because of whatever. I'm in love. I'm getting ready to get married. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I'm a mom. I have school. Black men are getting killed left and right. I'm having miscarriages. Sorry. So we get back that night. 6 o'clock rolls around. He tells me, he's like, okay, I'm getting ready to roll out. Roll out where? Oh, you want to go to the store right quick? No, I'm getting ready to roll out to LA. LA? When we talk about LA? He was like, remember I was telling you I wanted to go back to LA to see my daughter? I said, that was like 2 weeks ago, and we said that we was going to go together because I had her Kwanzaa gift, but you said you was going to talk to her first because she, she's a college student. You can't just be popping up on college students. They might have a job, want to see their friends, doing whatever. They might not want to see their parent. So I said, but you never got back to me, so I just figured it wasn't going to happen. It was going to happen a later date, but you didn't get back to me, so I didn't prepare for it. I haven't packed anything or whatever. He was like, well, you don't have to go because, it's just going to be another expense with the hotel and all this stuff. And sometimes with how he likes to travel, he travels and he'll sleep in his car if he doesn't want to get a hotel or if money is low, quote unquote. I said, well, this is as a team. This is when we talk about these things and we can go half. Maybe I'll pay for the hotel. You pay for the food expenses, gas, whatever. Tag team, tag team, tag team. And he was still reluctant. And so he went in the kitchen. Now I'm irritated. I'm getting in the red. And so since I feel my emotions bubbling up, I start to center myself real quick and I get real quiet. Because I'm thinking about how I am about to react. And I'm trying to catch and see that gray area. Breathe. Think. Process. Because we still got this issue with him being gone 12, 13 hours the other day that we haven't resolved. And this is a constant issue. This is nothing new, but it's constant. And I'm tired. But it's all my fault. I'm controlling. I'm abusive. I'm insecure. You start telling me this. So he goes in the kitchen. He's cooking dinner. I said, okay, so now he in here cooking dinner. Now he will get in there and cook. But this time I said, oh, he cooking dinner because he trying to ease his guilt. And then he will come in here talking about he about to roll out, which he did 2 hours later. I said, we are not done talking about this situation. I said, if you don't want me and Naila to go, just let us know. He's like, well, fine, I want you to go. I said, well, what's up? I said, now I think you're cheating on me. You're just being insecure and all this stuff. I said, I know, I'm not. What's the problem? But he's still walking out the door, and he had a bottle of brandy or whatever it was. I don't know. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what it was, but it was a bottle like this big. And I'm thinking, I'm seeing him walk out the door and say, so where are you really going? Because you about to drink and drive, Negro? And so I'm in the red. I'm snapping. Reactive abuse. Think about it. Reactive abuse. Keep thinking about that. And I remember we took this picture in Vegas, and they put the pictures in this cardboard frame. And I took it and I just threw it at the door because I know this is fucking over. There's no way I'm going to survive this. He walks out. I look out the window here. And I know anytime we left out of town to go anywhere driving, we go totally the opposite direction. We go to the left. Why was he driving to the right? And so I call him. I said, where are you going? He's like, I was just about to call you. You know, he's like way calm. That was just really, really bad. I said, yeah, we're in a bad situation, and you're still getting in your car and driving as if we don't have a problem. We have a major problem, dude. I said, the thing is, the bottom line is the wedding's off. We're off. And yes, you're cheating on me. I know you're cheating on me. And it's just so many things. It's so many things. Even before he left, I remember that day we got back from Target, and I know I had left some tennis shoes in that car. And I got 1,000,001 tennis shoes. Shoes everywhere. I need to get rid of some. And why was it so important for you to take my shoes out that car? So if you went to LA, I know you're coming back, so leave the freaking shoes in the car. Why was it urgent for you to take my shoes out the car? And why do you have all your clothes in this car? You know? So I'm livid, and I'm telling him, I said, you have pushed me to not give a fuck. I said, and one thing I know about me and how I know about how Libras maneuver, we care so much. We will care until our arm fall off. That's what being an empath is about. Look that up, empath. And I said, I don't care about this wedding. I don't care about trying to fix this relationship. You have pushed me. Push me out. Mind you, through this whole time, I didn't have this man around my daughter. I didn't have this man in my house while I'm in Ghana for 8 months. No telling what the hell he was doing. The girl probably been in my house. I don't know that. But you got to just call a spade a spade. You know? And he goes to LA, quote unquote. That's the question. Did he really go to LA? Because he took the gift that I had for his daughter. And I know his daughter, anytime I've ever given her something, she'll call me, she'll text me, oh, thank you so much. Da, da, da. I haven't heard from her yet. What happened to that gift? Did he really go to LA? Or did he go to LA with somebody and not see his daughter? We don't know. These are all up in the air. So he's in LA, and I'm mad. And he got his car, his actual car, again, parked around my house while he's in a rental car. And I tell him, I say, you need to have your people, somebody come get your car. I'm not your car keeper. You're not going to have your car on my block before I get it towed. Straight up. And then he texts me back, I'm in LA. Real simple. I'm in LA. And I called him, I said, I really don't care where you are. You decide to leave your car. You decide to leave this matter the way it is, a big fat mess. The wedding's off. Now I got to call the dressmaker and cancel all this stuff. I got to cancel the invitation that's on Facebook. People are going to know what's going on. I got to tell my family. I have to talk to my daughter about what's going on. 7 years old. He totally love bombed her and abandoned her. And after he then called her, you're my daughter, you're this, oh, this and that. Completely manipulation. So I don't even know how long he was in LA. I don't know when he came back because I had not talked to him. I had sent him a text letting him know how I felt while he was out there. No reply. I decided to call him that Thursday to tell him to come get his car. Because although I told him his car was towed, to him it didn't matter that his car was being towed. Or he had somebody come in and check on his car. Like, she ain't had your car. She didn't have your car towed. Your car is still there, bruh. Chill. You know what I'm saying? So the next question is like, how many people know about this that's in my face, that's in my circle, that's on my page, that's on my Facebook, that's on my Instagram, that's around me, know my daughter, know where I live, know about this shit and not telling me about it. That's another thing. Be careful. This is why I made this disclaimer when I first logged on. Whoever knows about this, who's watching this, his family, the girl that he's sleeping with now, I don't expect sympathy. I don't expect shit from you. I'm doing this to help somebody else. Whatever it is that you're getting out of this, God is going to deal with you. And that's all I need. This is no longer my problem. This problem is with the universe, God, and the ancestors. Good luck. And if anybody in this spiritual world, spirituality, work with spirits and all these other things, conjuring up things, manifesting things, and you're trying to manifest things against me, I am a child of mother freaking God. Good luck. Because you're not going to succeed. I'm aware. I am a child of God. You're not going to better put no curse on me, no spell on me, no hex on me. It's already rebuked when I was born. And you know this. That's why you're trying so hard. So I call him on Thursday and I say, you need to come get your car. He answers the phone. He's like, well, I thought you had my car towed. I said, I didn't have your car towed. He's like, oh, okay, well, that's good. You know, he's very nonchalant. No apology. No say, we need to talk. None of this, like nothing. My friend comes over. She hangs out with me because I'm so stressed. She leaves at 11. I go outside. His car is still around there. He had to come get his car after midnight because he didn't want me to see who came over here, who brought him over here. So who know where I stay at right now? Who know where I stay at right now? Who did you bring over here? Who knows where I stay at? On top of you laying up with some old nasty, I know who you are. You're a prostitute. You don't even compare to anything I'm about. And the problem is really not with you. Because you know who I am. You know what I'm about. You know what I represent. The problem was with him. So if you cannot invite me to your page, whatever freaking page you got, because I saw that this morning, I'm aware. And y'all probably figure out, like, why hasn't she deleted her and da-da-da-da? That's a good question. Why haven't I deleted her yet? Because I want her to face her shit and come forth. But I know that may not happen. Come forth. If this is a man that you wanted so bad that you had to come in and he made a choice, but you had to come in and mess up whatever, be a woman about your shit. Yeah, I wanted this man. He had this to offer me. I love him. Sorry, but not sorry. But people ain't born like that. People are no longer born like that. They don't have that type of skin. They don't have that type of spirit. They just rather sneak and look on your page and be shady and shisty and whatever. And think you're not aware of what the fuck is going on. But I am aware. So, in between all of this, he comes to get his car. He don't say, Halima, thank you for not towing my car. No, this is really bad. We're not in a good place right now. I'm so sorry. When I found out I was pregnant on the 13th, I texted him about that. Started miscarrying on the 15th. No reply, no text back, no nothing. And this is what they do. Narcissistic people, they will try to punish you by going silent because they get a kick out of that attention, whether it's good or bad. So if he has no regard for my health, the fact that I was pregnant again with his child twice, I don't expect him to do anything in this matter. I don't expect him to come forth in this matter. I don't expect him to even get help for his disorder. I don't. In his mind, he's not wrong. He can say, Halima's the crazy one. Look at her. She's on live. She's doing this. I know what it's about. I know what it is. Playing the victim. Anytime I would bring anything up, he would play the victim. And I kept telling him, I said, dude, you are not a victim. You're not. And I was saying this at the time in a place of trying to get him to love himself in a way that would continue to heal him from his past trauma as a child. Any family member of his is watching this. He has trauma. Help him. Don't send any subliminal messages about what I'm saying. This don't have to be like this. Help him. He needs help. If you love your family member, he's out here trying to destroy lives because of this trauma that happened to him when he was a child. Don't be mad at me. But if you're mad at me, I can't worry about that. But what's not going to happen is that my story is not going to get told because I'm trying to protect him. He did not protect me. He did not protect my daughter. He did not protect my family. He has no right. None. Rights are gone. To sit in the dark as if he does not hold responsibility for the amount of hurt and pain he has put not only on myself, but other women. This is not easy for me to put myself out there, but I will continue to do so to help somebody else not to go through this shit. Thank you. Everybody, women and men, start asking the questions. Dig when they're talking to you. Listen, dig deeper. Do your research. What is abuse? Don't ignore abuse. Patterns. And it's hard. I get it. When you are in love and you're being told you're this, you're that, they're putting you on this pedestal. Because he did. He did all that. He put me on this pedestal. Halima, you're so beautiful. You're so this. Oh my God. There's no other person that compares to you. I love your family. I love this. He manipulated my aunt so bad last week. She don't know him from a can of paint. And I talked to her about the situation. She called him up to come up with an intervention, some type of resolution to the problem. He talked to her for 2 hours. 2! He doesn't talk to anybody for 2 hours. I'm thinking like he never talks to anybody for 2 hours. And this is what he told her. He's told her, how come I can't be away from the house for 12 hours, yet she could be gone in Ghana for 8 months? What the fuck? Negro, we talked about this. Why are you bringing... Ghana's off limits. You can't make me feel sorry about choosing my education and trying to bring awareness that as a black woman here in the United States, a single mother, everything that I have learned and been through, and still going through now. I am going to inspire anybody that you can do whatever the hell you want to do and nothing can stop you, because I did it. Imagine if I had not went to Ghana to stay in this relationship to make sure my relationship was secure and this shit happens. That's the lesson. Y'all women better stop not handling your business for these relationships, because if they for you, they gonna support you. They're not gonna resent you. They're gonna hold you. They're gonna uplift you. That's what I thought he was doing through this whole process. But all he was doing is setting me up to make me think about a relationship that was not real. He started bringing up all type of, like, I wrote stuff down. I don't know where I put all my notes, but off the top of my head, he mentioned something about us having differences in music. What? We damn near cut from the same cloth when it comes to music and being an artist. Now, if you're talking about hip hop, yeah, he toured with Tupac when he was younger. Yeah, I know that. Anybody that know him, he didn't told you a story about Tupac. Thug life, all that. Now, is hip hop my passion? No. I respect it. I would sit down and listen to some music. I would dance to it. I never had a problem with his music. He's an artist himself. He's recorded music. I've been there bringing pizza, water, whatever to his recording sessions. Anytime he's done open mic, okay. If he came back in at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not tripping. That is your release. Do you. Good luck. I wish I could be there, but I can't bring kids up in there. Differences in television. He mentioned something about watching reality shows. Okay, yeah, I watch reality shows. A lot of people do. But he was sitting there right with me, commenting more than I did, especially loving Hip Hop New York, because that's where he's from. Now, I will compromise on the news. I don't like to watch the news that much because it brings me anxiety. If he likes to watch the news for multiple reasons, that's fine. I would always say, if it gets too bad and my anxiety builds up, I'm just going to leave the room. He said that I never want to lose my style, my New York style, and so I'm a New Yorker. We're always out. We're always doing this. I said, I get that. Stop dating women in California. Stop attracting women who want families. Stop attracting women who has common sense 101 and 102. Because your children are watching. Do you care about your kids and how this is affecting them? If you don't even care about your kids, you damn sure can't care about mine. So now I'm in this stage of confusion. I'm still in it. Yesterday was the worst fucking day of my life, breaking down the way that I did. Because I have guilt. I feel like, oh my God, I exposed my daughter to this man. Oh my God. I know who this woman is. She knows me. I might have danced with her next to her on the dance floor. And again, I will say this. Any family member of his people watching this, delete me. But I'm going to speak my truth. You're not going to stop me for speaking my truth. Stop protecting him. Stop enabling him. If you love him, you tell him stop. And will he listen? You don't know. Probably not. But as long as there's some idol of hope where he's like, I can get away with anything. No one's going to stop me. I didn't drain Halima. He picks women up like batteries and drains the fuck out of you. And then before he completely drain you, he can get another battery set up and he going to go drain her out. Narcissistic personality disorder. Things like screaming at the top of his lungs, these outbursts. These outbursts came with him ripping his shirt open, jumping up aggressively, grabbing the door when I'm trying to close it, calling me crazy, love bombing, gaslighting, reactive abuse. And I've said that several times, but you guys still need to hear it. Unhealed childhood trauma. We all have that. But yet, some people, it's severe. What happened? When I would bring things up to him, I don't understand what's going on. When I'm very, very clear and blunt. Saad, I am bringing this up to you because this happened last night where you didn't come in the house till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't heard from you all day. I don't understand what's going on. Compare me to its ex-girlfriends. Double-blind behavior. Enmeshment. And I feel like the enmeshment happened when he proposed to me. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. This stuff is very real. And in the same breath, like, I'm just reading notes as I'm speaking. I'm sorry. I already mentioned that. In the same breath, he's speaking out against domestic violence against women because we had an issue in the organization I was dancing in. He's all for, like, no, this guy can't be around, you know, y'all know what it is. He can't be around, he can't do that. No, he can't, he did this, he did that, he did this and did that. Yet, he is an abuser. There's people in this community that walk around in this facade. I'm cultured. I'm down for the people. Fuck Donald Trump. African print attire. Drumming. Celebrating Kwanzaa. Claiming that they're Muslim. And mind you, I know what it is to be Muslim. My dad was Muslim. I don't practice the religion like that, but I know what it is. I've read up on it. This is not the behavior of a pure Islamic person. Islamic people, from what I know, are very disciplined. They don't put all type of toxic shit in their body, from what I experience. He didn't want me to be concerned about his smoking. You know? He didn't want me to be concerned about his gambling. All of that. So, I'm seeing your messages come in, and I am not going to respond to the messages until later because it's a lot. But do know that I am aware of who is watching me, who may be in his corner, and all I can say is God bless you. Good luck. You can believe what you want to believe, but I'm very authentic. I'm the truth. And I'm here to tell you, I'm only here to inspire other people who are going through abuse, who have been through abuse, and who don't know what to look for in abuse. Narcissistic behavior. I'm not in no cults. Don't ask me to be in no cult. I'm not down with people who are in a cult. Don't ask me. Don't try to sneak me in it. I am not with the shit. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Okay? This is very unfortunate. I'm not the only one hurt in this. I have friends who are hurt in this. It's embarrassing. Will I recover? Yes. When will I recover? I don't know. But am I seeking counseling for this? Yes. Was I seeking counseling before the shit hit the fan? Yes. Because I thought it was me. I thought I had the problem. I see you. Amina, I see your comment. Thank you. But he told me some stuff about you too. There's been a couple of ladies that I know in this community that he spoke on and called them crazy. And I defended that, saying like, no, they're not crazy. How can a person be crazy because they decided that they didn't want to deal with you and you get your little feelings still when you should be focusing on me and you labeling them crazy? I told him they are not crazy. They just didn't want to deal with your ass. And they probably looking at me like, God, I wish I could tell Halima to run. But I'm smart. It took me some time. I get it. I recognize, I embrace what has happened, and now I'm going to move on and take this as a learning lesson. There are people who are jealous. There are people who will seek out to destroy you. Be careful of who you're talking to and about. But for me, I'm a child of God. I know this. I walk in the light. I don't care who has to say what, when, how about me at this point, because everybody can kick rocks. If you're not with me, you are against me, and you have to go. I'm not with the shit. I keep a good balance of my spirituality, my spirit. I can't even say it no more. Spirituality. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied right now. Who I am spiritual. And I keep a good balance on what is happening in real time. I recognize my ancestors. I appreciate my ancestors. I honor my ancestors. I do the work on myself. I do the work for others. But I also need to come down and pay my light bill before they turn that shit off. You understand? I'm not going to be so much in the clouds to where I cannot recognize that this was a toxic situation that tried to destroy me and my family and my body. So again, closing out, I'm saying thank you to everyone who has reached out to me, called me, texted me, inboxed me. Have I tried to reach out to him? Yes, I have. They also say, you need to go no contact with a person like this. I get that. But something in me still thinking that he's human. There's something in me that's still thinking that he's human, because how can he do something like this? But yet he treated me as I'm inhuman. I'm nothing. And that psychological brain fuck. I still think he's somewhat human. This is the journey. This is the unbrainwashing that I have to do for myself. It's a journey. So I thank you guys for your time and your support and your love. And just continue to pray for me in this journey. It's not easy. It hurts. and the type of person I am, and I shouldn't even say this, pray for him. Because he's the one who is truly suffering. Hurt people hurt people. I am releasing the situation. I am going to walk this path in my truth. And I will be better for it. And I beg people, with your ill intentions, whoever you are, stay the fuck away from me. Because I'm not with the shit. Peace out. God bless. Thank you.